I would not visit Beijing or Shanghai. I'm just kind of over it. Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about 5 things I would do differently if we lived back in China. So number 1 is I would not be an English teacher again. I think this time around when I was an English teacher in China, I realized that it just wasn't my passion anymore. Although I do love teaching, I would love to teach a different subject, whether it's anthropology or something to do with history and culture and stuff like that. Because for my English classes, I did try to incorporate a lot of that, and that is what I love the most. Even though I still love teaching, I just think, you know, I've taught English for the last 10 years. Yeah, I think about 10 years. And I'm just kind of over it. I think I'm just over teaching grammar and sentence structure and stuff like that. Number 2 is I would not visit Beijing or Shanghai. Well, yeah, maybe I still would, but I wouldn't put a focus on it. I love the bigger cities in China. I think Beijing and Shanghai, Shenzhen, they're all really cool cities. There's so much to do and see. But when I was there last time, I realized that I really enjoyed the smaller cities and smaller towns. I love the fact that you can go to these smaller cities and towns and kind of just take it easy and really take in the culture and how people live their lives. And I just love how you have that time and space to really explore the culture and the way of life in the smaller cities. So I would definitely try to visit more smaller cities rather than the larger cities if we went back to China. And that brings me to my next point of number 3 is I would want to be braver in China and to go and visit more of those smaller cities on my own. When we lived in Nanjing, there were lots of small cities around Nanjing I really wanted to go see, but I just didn't because Jung was working and I just didn't feel brave enough to go on my own. I had a lot of social anxiety, as I've said before, but this time I would like to just be braver and go out on my own a bit more and see those smaller cities because I really love going to them. When I was in my 20s, I used to travel a lot on my own. I traveled all through China and I really loved it. So hopefully I can bring back a little bit more of that bravery of my younger years. And I think traveling on your own, even if it's just for a day or even if it's just for a few hours just to go out of the city, can really kind of build that independence in yourself. I really want to do that here in Canada as well. I love exploring and taking pictures and all of that. I think going out on your own and having that independence can also build self-confidence. I really love traveling with my family, like traveling with Jung and Sophia and Popo. We always have a ton of fun and always have adventures together, and I love that. But I would love to just have a couple of hours or even the day to just go out by myself and kind of explore, take pictures, and learn about the culture a little bit more in depth and all of that. So number 4 is I would try to join more local groups rather than foreigner groups. I just feel like joining local groups can have a lot of benefits, like knowing people who really know the culture well, know the city well. And I think some of my greatest friends in China are the locals rather than the foreigners that live there. So I think next time I would rather join the local groups, even if there is a language barrier. It would really help me feel like more of a part of the culture, and just to make friends with locals I think would be a great idea. I think it would have been beneficial to join some local mom groups, even if I had a mixture of like foreign moms and local moms. I think just having that support in the community is definitely helpful, and to learn about local schools and all of that. And the last one, number 5, would be I would not work from home as often. So for the first 9 months that we lived in China, I mostly worked and studied from home. And I think that really created like this sense of social anxiety where I just didn't want to go out in public because it was just mentally exhausting sometimes. But I think for myself, if I would have started to go out and work in public in like shared spaces or study spaces and stuff like that, I would have felt a lot more comfortable to go out there more often. So yeah, I think that's something I would do differently, is I wouldn't isolate myself as much. And I know that's easier said than done. I am very much an introvert, and especially because I was going through a lot with like losing family members and just having general anxieties. I think that's definitely something I have to work on, is just being more social and just going out more. I think even in Canada, I work from home a lot here. And this next year, I'm really going to try to go out more, to work in shared spaces and to go to more events, go to social media events and stuff like that. So yeah, life is definitely a learning process. We learn about what we like, what we don't like, and maybe what we should have done or what we want to do better. So yeah, those are my 5 things I would love to do better if we went back to China, like to live short term at some point. Jung and I have a lot of videos coming up about Chinese culture, language, our multicultural family. But if you guys have any ideas that you would like to see us do, or if you have any questions you want us to answer in videos, definitely feel free to leave them below. Thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Jung? Can you tell us what happened?
Our car was broken.
Yeah.
This car is super slow.
So we're just sitting on the side of the street,
yeah, it's like,
waiting for them to come pick us up.
Yeah.
It's super embarrassing. Everybody's staring at us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Smells like poop.
Yes, the farm is here.
Yeah. Smells like poop.
The farm is here, so it smells like goats and chickens.
Yep.
But also, there's also a good smell because there's these flowers here and they smell super nice. So it's like, it's a mixture. Yep. That's our life. That's our life in China.
这块小 baby 才多呀！哎呀，这块的小 baby 好多呀，小 baby 羊可多了啊！你说，呀，他要打喷嚏了，他感冒了。我说你是不是感冒呀？我是索菲亚医生。啊，给你吃个大的。哎呦，羊顶那个羊呢，好厉害呀！好。
Wow. 小心手 Be careful with your fingers. Whoa. Here's some soy milk. Yeah. Everybody's chilling. There's Popo, John. Oh, Popo.